appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
This is Brenda Perkovich
Crespin.
Crespin. A little bit of a Polish name in there, I can tell.
Yugoslavian.
Yugoslavian, close enough. Borders are all over the place. Now you own some great property on near Wandsworth. Tell me about it.
Well, we have a salvage yard. It's called BJ's Used Jeep and Eagle Parts Incorporated. We're on the corner of 12th Avenue and Benton, which is 2 blocks west of Sheridan and 3 blocks south of Colfax.
And what kind of business do you do? You take junkers and you strip them down?
We sell new and used Jeep and Eagle parts. We also have, you know, miscellaneous other things, but mostly just Jeeps and Eagles. But we buy junk vehicles. We strip them down, salvage all the good used parts, and sell those. And then, like I said, we have new parts too.
So you're the ultimate in green companies. You recycle and reuse.
Correct.
All right. Now, how long have you been doing this?
25 years.
25. Why Jeeps?
Bought one and liked it. So bought another one, then bought another one, then bought another one. And before we knew it, we had owned 4 Jeeps and had 13 salvage ones sitting around the house. And we decided we better find a location before we got turned into zoning.
So you build yourself a great little business.
Correct.
How long? This has been 25 years.
Yes.
Is it just you?
No, my son and his wife and my husband also helped me.
So this is a family business.
Yes.
It's a family. Now, is light rail going to be a problem for you? What's the deal? What does RTD want to do to your property? They don't want to take it, do they?
No, they do not.
So you should be very happy. The train's coming down your corridor, and unlike some people, they're not taking your property. So what are you complaining about? You still own your property.
That's very true, and I should not have any complaints. With the exception of, to get into my property, I have to cross the railroad track, and they are denying me access to cross the track into my yard.
Let me see if I understand this. Now, you can keep your property.
Correct.
It's your property. You've had it for 25 years. It's your family business. You brought it along with your husband and now your son and his wife. And you can keep it. You just can't get there?
Correct.
So exactly how are you going to get customers and supplies into your business? Are you going to have to helicopter them in or catapult them in because you can't go over the tracks?
Nope, I can't go over the track, so they have closed us down.
They've closed you down.
They have shut us down totally.
Did they compensate you for closing your business?
No, sir.
Let me see if I understand this. They took away your right of access to get to where you are, and your customers can't get there. They can't cross the tracks, and you went out of business, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Not at this point in time, but to be more accurate, they have not actually shut me down as far as crossing the track. I received notification in July that effective January 25th, 2008, I could no longer cross the track. My attorney sent them a letter requesting an extension on that time frame. We received that extension January 25th of 2008.
After you had to close down your business?
We did not know until then. As far as we knew, they were coming in and putting blocks on.
Let me see if I understand this. So you had a business, you can't get to it, they closed it off, but they gave you an extension, but you didn't find out about it until you lost all your customers, you lost your business, you had to close down.
That is correct.
There's got to be another way to get to your business. There's no way you could have a landlocked piece of property and no way to reach it. There's got to be some way to reach it.
According to RTD and the City of Lakewood, I can reach it from the other side, from 11th Avenue. And that is by crossing public service land onto my section of land that is on the south side of the creek.
What's public service land?
Public service owns all the land between 11th and my property line.
So this would be Excel Energy, is that right?
Yes.
So you have to drive on Excel Energy property.
Correct.
To get to your property.
To one portion of it.
To one portion of it.
And then we'd have to build a bridge.
Why?
To get to the main portion, because there's a creek in between it.
Well, RTD is going to pay for access from Excel property.
Absolutely nothing.
What do you mean absolutely nothing? So they're going to close your ability to get to your business, which is now closed down. If you want to reopen your business, you have to go through the back door, which means you have to have a right-of-way through Excel's property, and you have to have a bridge built over a creek.
Correct.
Obviously, they're going to take care of that for you, aren't they?
No, sir.
What's their reasoning?
It's not their responsibility.
When did you get notice of this? You said?
July 19th of 2007 is when we received the notification that we could no longer cross the track.
Basically, they said, we're giving you 6 months to close up shop.
Yes.
And did they give you any sort of wiggle room? Did you talk to them? Did you ask them what could be done?
Well, like I said, we asked for an extension so that we can continue operating and also have time to get out some of the other cars and inventory. But we did not receive that extension until January 25th.
I'm assuming back in 2004, when the FasTracks election was going, that somebody from RTD came by and explained to you that if this passes, there will be a train going in front of your property, shutting down your business.
No, sir.
Nobody talked to you at all?
No, sir.
You had no idea that this was going to close down your business?
We did not know it was going to close down our business. We knew it was coming through.
Speculate with me. Now that you can't get to that property except going through Excel's property, and who knows if they're going to let you, and you need to build a bridge in order to get to it, what's happened to your property value? Do you think it's gone up, or do you think it's gone down because RTD is bringing the train through?
I believe it has gone down because there is no access to the property, and that's what RTD wants. The city of Lakewood came out and talked to us and said because they did the rezoning, which makes us, I can't remember the exact term, but multi-use, it's more valuable now.
It's more valuable.
According to the city of Lakewood. According to RTD, it's not.
In other words, if somebody wants to buy your land and do something else with it that might go along with the train, they'd also have to buy your neighbor's land, otherwise there'd be no way to get to it, then it would be worth something.
There's no way to get to it even if they buy my neighbor's land.
Really?
Without building a bridge to cross the creek.
Because otherwise you have to go over the train tracks.
Correct.
Are the train tracks there right now?
They were. They left the section where you cross into our property there, but all the other line is out.
What do you want from RTD? Don't you understand that we voted on this, and there are going to be some people who get hurt by getting this train out to the West Corridor? For most people in that corridor, they don't deal with this. They're not on the line. They don't have businesses that go by. Most people look at this and go, well, that's the price of progress.
That's very true. And I'm going to try and get one thing straight right now. I am not against the light rail system. I think it's a fantastic thing for a lot of people. What I am against is the way RTD is treating the people like me, like Kim and Galen, that they're not being fair and just and honest with us.
You say you don't like the way they're treating you. How exactly are they treating you?
Okay? Put yourself in my position. You own my property now, okay? RTD's blocking access to that property so you can conduct your business or get to your home or whatever the case may be. How would it make you feel?
Not so good, I'll tell you that. But they gave you a whole 6 months after 25 years in business. 25 years is enough. You probably had enough years running that business. And
that's true.
You know, you need to get out of it anyway.
But I enjoy my customers.
Do you? Tell me about them.
We've got some that, I'd like to kick in the pants a couple of times, but there's other ones that we joke around with and kid around with. They'll come in and how much is this part? Well, it may be a $5 part, and I'll tell them $5,000. And they'll kind of laugh at me and say, okay, you're going to have to take it out of next month's check. You
built up friends.
Built a lot of friends.
You feel like you're part of the community there?
Yes, I do.
Is there any way to relocate your business?
Zoning is our main problem. I have to have the correct zoning, no matter where I go, what county or town or anything else I go to. Then getting land, and then getting a building. But zoning is my main problem. Right now, we've been looking for 2 years. Can't find anything for less than $1.5 million that meets our requirements.
$1.5 million. Well, certainly reselling and recycling auto parts, you're saving things from going into the scrap heap. That's got to be worth a couple $1 million right there.
Normally it is. But when you have to start paying, instead of $100 for a salvage vehicle, $3,000 to $6,000 for a salvage vehicle, it cuts into your income.
You guys have lost your business.
Yes.
If RTD were to give you access, do you think you could bring it back up?
I don't know if we could or not, because we've sold all of our parts, all of our equipment. At this point in time, to go in and replace all of that would be an enormous expense that we cannot afford right now.
Brenda, I'm sorry. I appreciate you sharing your story with us. And I hope you'll pay attention to these stories as well and give us a few more. Don't be thrown under this train. I'm Jon Caldara.